Boris, it's an interesting book this year, Raising Heck. Some interesting ideas about how to, sell one's soul if one had one. Maybe I can find a chapter here about buying one's soul. Now that's a chapter I'd like to read about. Wouldn't you? Yes, okay, well, that's great. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Monster Movie Night. I'm your creepy old curator of Gargoyle Manor, the Monster Museum, along with my co-host, Boris T. Buzzard. We were just boning up, as it were, on some of the fine arts of, raising a little bit of heck. Basically buying and selling souls, as it were. It's all connected with tonight's feature film, The Man and the Monster. It's a Mexican film, and it's one of those that K. Gordon Murray brought over from Mexico and redubbed and had voices redone in English so that us English-speaking people, those better than myself, can understand what's going on. And tonight's feature, my dear fiends, is a classic. It's got atmosphere. It's got everything. It has aspects of the Wolfman, Dracula, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Phantom of the Opera, even Psycho, and this was even before Psycho came about. You'll see, you'll understand once you get into the film and see what all the little aspects that you'll pick here and you'll pick there. It's even got aspects of Mr. Rogers and Liberace. Oh, now that's the horror, isn't it, Boris?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Tonight, before we get into the film, I thought everybody's got these rubber chickens. Well, when I say everybody, I'm a few well-known horror hosts, and that's great. I mean, I've got a few myself, but I thought I would go a little bit different direction. I thought I'd go with the rubber ducky, as you can see right here. In fact, our rubber duckies are Halloween situated. We have a vampire, a Dracula, and a zombie, and they look like they're taking care of the rubber chicken. So our rubber duckies is having some interesting doings on with this here rubber chicken. I think they're beating him up. So let's yes, you guys go down there and fight it out, okay? And may the best rubber ducky win, right, Boris? Yeah, yes, indeed. Well, let us get started. Let's fire up the old haunted internet TV, first with our internet haunted typewriter or keyboard to type in tonight's feature, The Man and the Monster, Mexican film. All right, Boris, let's see if we can't, right here, tune into it right now.
Not to turn on the TV at night. How dare you? I've been watching you. I've been watching you.
open the door. Open it. Open it. Get the key. The key is out there on the ground. Get the key and open the door. Hurry. Hurry. Please hurry. Get the key and open the door.
What an idiot. Stopping in the middle of the road. Listen, lady, an accident just occurred in the road up ahead. There's a woman out there and she's badly hurt. Is there a phone here? Well, can I bring her here while I get help from the people in that small town there? Look, lady, you don't really understand. That poor girl might die. Please, help me.
Like 100 others. Mr. Sandro, she had an accident. Nothing more than an accident. I don't think the poor girl could control her car. She got all those cuts when she bumped her head.
But I told you she wasn't in the car when I got here. She was over there.
Mr. Sandro, you're wrong. I know about this sort of thing, and when I tell you it was an accident, accept it. The girl didn't stay in her car because she needed medical care. When you got here, she heard your engine and returned. It's as easy as that. Listen, I've probably got more problems in town. They took her car away, so I don't see why I should stay here.
I scared you, Laura, I know.
Oh, Maestro, it was horrible.
I'm sorry.
I was only dreaming, I know now. But I saw a face.
No, Laura. You shouldn't say it. Don't speak about it. You ought to get some sleep now, Laura. Remember that within a very few days, you're going to need all of your courage and all of your energy. Your nervousness must disappear, young lady.
Yes, Maestro. But you seem so completely run down. Why, your face is pasty white.
I'll look better as soon as I hear the crowd applauding to show its approval. You get to sleep now. And try to rest. Because you need it, Laura.
Go on to bed.
No, I'm not tired.
It's very late, son.
I couldn't help it. It just keeps happening, though I try. Did you hear me? It's too much. Oh, Lord, when can I have peace?
Richard Sandro. Your home is in the city. You want to see the fair, don't you?
No. I came to see a very important person in your town, my friend.
Oh, yeah, you must mean Joe Hadley. He has a dairy ranch here.
Samuel Manning, the famous musician.
Musician?
He was a great piano player. Years ago, he retired to live here. I guess the man wanted to find peace.
Well, it seems to me you're on a wild goose chase. I know the townspeople, and I've never seen that guy.
No? That's strange. Samuel Manning, Enchanted Ranch, here in this village.
Enchanted Ranch? Then you mean the one... You really want to go out to that guy's house?
Well, sure, why not?
Oh, I'd say you're a brave man, then.
Why?
You betcha. You sure got guts, because here the townspeople are all frightened to go there. They want nothing to do with it. They say the old woman's a witch, sir.
You don't mean it. I know her. I'll see her tomorrow, so I'll watch my step. Did you get all my things out?
Cosmo. Cosmo, take the gentleman's things to number 22.
Sure, Joe. My machine. Isn't there a telephone in this room?
No, sir, there isn't. But tomorrow I'll change it to the room that's upstairs, and there's one there. But the boss has to say so first.
Then I'll mention it. Here you are.
Thanks. Sleep well, sir, and good night.
Good night now. Why are you here? Who are you? You broke in. Please forgive me for intruding like this, Maestro. But I heard and I hated to interrupt her. Our concert agency is anxious to arrange the details. I'm Richard Sandro, the representative,
I think that all the details have been arranged. This Friday, you'll be able to watch and hear her at the conservatory in the city.
Hear her? In that case, this young lady is...
After this Friday, they'll call her the best pianist in the world, sir. She is now. But the whole world is waiting to hear her. At that moment, I'll conduct the orchestra. Won't you play too? No. I can't play any longer. My hands tremble so. So her triumph will be my reward.
Say, that portrait is really great. It's her, right?
No, it's not her.
It's not her? I almost could swear that I've seen her before.
She is the,
Get out of this house now.
It's a pleasure to see you.
Permit me, Mr. Sandro.
No, it isn't necessary. The truth is, I met her late last night only under unfortunate circumstances. Actually, the way things turned out, it was a lost cause from the beginning, frankly. Since the poor woman died immediately after I...
Get out, right now.
But Maestro, I can't go back to the city before I get the data I'll be needing later on for her presentation. What she'll be playing. I need her name also. How you discovered her?
I told you. Please go.
Maestro, it's important for us. The local hotel is best. Room 22.
Yes, sir, room 22.
But please, my mother's upset now. Goodbye, then. All of you.
We must practice that third movement now. Put more strength in your playing. Make it livelier, too. Come on.
Samuel Manning, although he is famous, is still courteous. So is his enchanting mother. And she asked me to stay for dinner. Undoubtedly, Manning's protege will create a sensation. She has the temperament that's needed and her strong character. Come in.
Mr. Sandro, telephone for you.
Who's speaking? Huh? Yes. I was just finishing a report on it for you. Sure. She's extraordinary. No. Listen, boss, Samuel Manning's student is a great pianist, I know. I'm serious. Sure I was. All morning long, I listened. Yeah. No. I guarantee that the reappearance of Samuel Manning will be a sensation. No, because I'm leaving early. Okay. See you soon.
I have to talk to you.
Mother!
My evilness, that was something else. That wonderfully haunting old lady throwing a cat like that, you know, it just makes me wonder how many more times she's going to do it, eh, Boris? I mean, I guess what? Let's make a game out of it. Everybody keep up with, well, she's already thrown it one time. Let's see how many more times she throws the black cat. Let's all get involved with it. Grab your black cats and let's go and woo! Yeah! Oh, okay. Well, anyway, keep it down, jot it down in your head or on paper or wherever, and we'll get back to you at the end of the show just how many times the black cat was thrown. Right, Boris?
Yes, baby.
Yes. Let's go back to it.
Laura isn't anywhere around.
Well, remember, it's Monday. She went to do the marketing. Don't get so excited.
Why did you let her do it? Don't you know that we're going to go tomorrow? Why take such a risk?
What's got you worried? She'll be completely safe today. So don't get excited. Tomorrow we'll forget this horrible town as well as the people. I can see that you're starting to get restless. Calm down, son. Why now?
Let me, Mother. Only a moment, that's all. I need
No! You can't play. It wasn't sufficient last night, was it?
You know that I only do it for you. You want me to play, isn't that right?
Please go, Samuel. Go outside.
Let me, Mother. I can't fight the urge to play. You must let me play. I'll take my punishment. Let me. You're my mother, and you're cruel to me. My hands tremble because you're so mean.
Blame me, that's right. Blame your own mother, go ahead. It was my fault when you asked Lucifer to buy your soul? Was it my fault, Samuel? No. Blame your own monstrous ambition. You long to be known as the greatest musician, which you are, son. But now you're paying, right? Go on and carry your cross.
But he only plays late at night. And he finishes with this weird melody. I'll admit that it's strange, but it's also fantastically beautiful. I really don't understand why he told you that he couldn't play anymore.
Why did you feel that you had to come and tell me all this?
I couldn't say, only maybe I feel a responsibility. But there's another thing. That house is lonely. I get scared, especially at night. Something happened today that really surprised me. When you left the house, she threw her son an awful glance that made me shudder. The poor man started to tremble, too.
Well, obviously the mother has you terrified, no doubt about it. Why not leave the house, then? Why do you stay there?
I must stay there. They helped me to get started. The maestro's such a fine person, too. He relies on me as his student to fulfill his hopes. Since I look like the woman that's in that little portrait in the study. Maybe I really do have talent.
No. I guarantee that you'll be a great revelation this season, Laura. And I know since I've been many years in this business, and believe me, I know good playing.
And it means a lot to me to hear you say it. But it's getting late. I should go home now. I don't want to get his mother started again.
Well, I'm glad that you show such confidence in me, Laura. I'm sure that there's some way to speak to the maestro alone.
But you mustn't say that...
That you were here with me? Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Mr...
Dick is all.
All right, Dick.
Did she just call him Dick?
Thank you.
something happened?
It's that man that was here this morning. He got in somehow, found Alexandra, and robbed the musical score.
No, it's not possible. Then I must go to see him right now. I'll explain the whole story.
You can't go. Are you crazy, son? I know what's best. Go and play your piano.
Why now? Why must I go and play now?
What a question. You're restless and that calms you.
No, Mother. Not right now. But why must I play it now? I can't do it, Mother. I can't do it. You tell her no. Tell her I can't do it. Tell her I don't want to play. No! I'm the best pianist in the world, didn't you know? It's true. And my fingers are moved by a superior power. He's invulnerable. You know well what that great power is. Right, Alexandra? I see you once more as I saw you that night long ago. As you had never played before. It was a very strange melody. Meanwhile, Samuel, the inveterate seducer, the great failure, the pitiable, mediocre musician, stood in a corner, his soul sickened with envy. You had triumphed. The applause of a public wild with joy was like a great engulfing wave. You had the world at your feet. You stood calmly by your piano, acknowledging their applause, like a beautiful Greek goddess savoring every drop of a rare wine. And the dribbling moron, Samuel Manning, always in the shadows, always stumbling and failing. The receiver of sad, condescending expressions stood in a corner trembling with rage and envy. Do you really exist out there? Other men say that they can invoke you. If it's true that you will allow us all things if we sell you our souls and bow to your power, then I invoke you. Give me great talent. I want to play as no one else has ever played. I'll do anything you say. I give you anything you ask. Show that you heard. Give me one signal that will show me that you accept my offer. Was heard. Yes. Yes. I'll do it just the way you say then. Yes. Samuel the idiot went to your dressing room. He was another person.
He was what I am now. And I had turned that intangible thing called the soul over to the devil.
It's a pleasure to see you, Manning. Tonight you weren't in the audience. Did you enjoy the concert? You came, and I probably know why. You want to know where I got the score I played. Well, this will surprise you, dear. Tonight I played it through, although I hadn't rehearsed it. It appears that it was placed by a stranger on my piano. It's fantastically beautiful, isn't it? I'll have to think up a title for it. The composer left it unnamed. The composer chose to stay anonymous also. Please, you make me uneasy. Manning, that look on your face is disconcerting. You're like a madman. What is it? But you... What's the matter?
Carried your body to that closet to hide it from inquiring eyes. You were the only person to have the privilege of listening to the greatest musical genius in the world.
Samuel. Samuel, there was no need to lock it. Come out, Samuel. Samuel! Samuel, come out! Samuel! Samuel!
Why did you shout? Don't you recognize your own son? Is there so much difference between a perpetual failure and the best pianist in the whole world? You never did think that my hands were fast enough to turn out such... success.
Do you understand? Do you understand? Now I'm much greater than she is.
Did you do that to her, son? Answer me, did you kill that girl?
Mother. Don't get close to me.
What caused all this? What is it that you've done?
But don't you understand, Mother? Don't you understand what this all means? He does. Yes, he does.
But your mind is gone, son. Why did you associate with that creature?
Leave me alone. Don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Is something wrong? Why didn't I stay in the theater? I don't recall coming here to the house.
What is it that you can recall, Dane? Can't you recall any details?
Let's see. I was at the theater listening to that marvelous concert with Alexandra seated at the piano. That fabulous applause that echoed in the hall. She stood there as they applauded, stood there as a queen does. No, Mother. No, I can't believe it. Tell me it can't be her. Oh, no.
Nothing matters anymore. You'll go on through the years in that seat in solitude and silence, forgotten, ignored by the whole world, witnessing my success. You'll be my only audience. Unfortunately, another one has discovered the secret. Open the door. Let me out of here. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door, you old hag. Open it, do you hear?
I see everything, even what you're thinking.
Wow, really? Well, I bet you don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is one wonderful film. Classic. It has everything. It has, well, keys and black cats and old ladies and monsters and piano playing and all kinds of things like that. Speaking of keys, I mean, you know, everybody needs a skeleton key. If they had just one skeleton key, they wouldn't have to have all those keys on a ring and keep losing them like that. You know, it would be so much simpler. It would make their lives so much simpler. All we'd have to do would be chuck one key out the window instead of all that whole key ring and then losing the main key that you need. Anyway, it's a wonderful film. It has so many aspects. I mean, even Faust, where, you know, the devil offers to do such and such for this guy in exchange for his soul. Well, it's up to the same difference. This guy here wants to be the greatest pianist, yes, piano player. And, well, you know, what's a little soul compared to that? Really? I mean, and if he really wanted to do it, he should have gotten books by the masters, like this one here, The Satanic Witch by Anton Szandor LaVey. It would have helped him immensely and might have made a better deal. I mean, well, for one thing, he might would have turned into a different type of creature or monster. Now, I said before that it was reminiscent of the Wolfman. Well, this guy is not a werewolf. So let's get that straight right now. So that will help you guys out there as well. He's basically was turned into a demon or a demonic ogre or troll. So, I mean, he changes much like a werewolf, but, and kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where except for he doesn't do potions, he does music instead. I mean, imagine if you had a favorite piece of music that you like to hear or play or what have you, and each time you did, you turned into a fuzzy, weird creature. Oh, well, that would explain Woodstock in the 60s, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. I mean, maybe it wasn't all those drugs. Maybe it was soul selling and music playing. Let's get back to the show, shall we?
Hey, Mr. Sandro, I changed you to another room, sir. You're in number 26 now. There's a phone there.
26?
Yeah, it's on the second floor.
going to die because you're a greater pianist than I, Laura. That fool Samuel was teaching you, and you've learned entirely too much. So now you have to pay the consequences. I'm the greatest pianist in the whole world. You hear?
Samuel!
No. No, don't you come near me. Don't you dare touch me. I don't want you near. No, please, Mother. I don't want you near. Don't touch me, Mother. Take your hand away. Someone's been hurt. Who was it tonight?
It's nothing, son. You hurt no one. I think that you've forgotten that we'll be traveling to the city today.
I thought that
Son, it'll be morning soon. We'll be on the road many hours.
And Laura?
I'll wake her up and tell her. You'd better prepare your things now. Laura, come out. Come out, Laura.
He tried to murder me. He tried to murder me.
Quiet down, Laura. He's gone now. Another thing, we're going this morning. In just a few minutes.
Right now? But I'd like to go into town before leaving.
To town?
To say goodbye to some friends.
There's no need to say goodbye to anyone. You must forget this place and the people because they're bad. Hurry. Prepare your things now. Just...
You wouldn't believe me when the girl had that accident. That's why he came here tonight. But listen, what's that all got to do with the strange intruder that you fought? The girl was only in an automobile accident. I'm sure there's a connection. What's it got to do with a crazy...
Crazy, you say? It's a monstrosity.
Well, okay, a monster.
A demon, because it sure wasn't immortal.
What's the difference, a monster or a demon or anything? Tell me now, has this got any connection with that, well, that house out there? I'd like you to explain, please. I said there was a possibility, that's all. You see, friend? But just the same, it's worth looking into. We will. Come on.
Now, Samuel.
No, Mother. No. Please tell her I can't, Alexandra. Please say no. In there. She's in that room. What about it? No cause to worry now, Sandro. The dead girl turned into a black cat. I'd sure like to know where they went, though. I wish I hadn't let you talk me into breaking into this man's house. I could get sued for it. Look, Bill, go out there and put that door back in place. I won't be long. Just a moment. It's getting late, Sandro. Look at this portrait. The woman's a real knockout. Who is it? It's Alexandra Meyer, the greatest pianist in the world. She disappeared a few years back and never returned. Uh-huh. And? It's her body that was in there. Perfect. Perfect. But then you won't do anything? Sure, I'm going to do something. My bed is waiting. But...
Do I pass the test, then?
You're simply beautiful, dear.
She looks exactly like Alexandra.
I'd better get ready. There's not much time now. And you come along, too, so that Laura can finish dressing.
We've won. My fate is due to change when she plays tonight. I'll be free, won't I?
As long as you're sure, my son. Wait here while I get ready. You look fine.
replace what I destroyed at last. My penance has ended. She's really as great a pianist as you were when I killed you. But I won't play again. There's no other way. It's yours now. You should have it with you. So I'll burn it and mix its ashes with your ashes.
Talk about your old flames. I mean, really, he's gotten a little bit ridiculous, eh, Boris?
Well, yes.
Yes, indeed.
Then I'll hide you in this box and care for you. I swear. Tchaikovsky is difficult, right?
Yes, I can't find the right key. You could, couldn't you?
Yes. And also I'm going to show you how to play this part. Your trouble is that you're not using the correct fingers. Look here. This one here. Then the second. Second. That's the girl. Over to do. Finger placement is very important in Tchaikovsky.
I'd like to hear you.
No. I don't play any longer. Now try it once more.
No, you play for me now.
girl must be drunk.
What's the matter? What are you all doing in here? Laura! Laura, darling, are you sick?
The monster! The monster just killed the little girl who was downstairs.
Maestro, you sure you didn't see anything? Sure, I didn't see what? Laura!
It's horrible. Such a horrible thing, Maestro. He's tried it before. I was almost killed at the house.
Yes. The same monster. I was lucky I made it on time. I came to wish you and the Maestro complete success in your debut this evening. Tonight you'll demonstrate your talent to the world. So forget this incident for now. You'll need all your self-control and powers of concentration to face the public.
Dick, thanks a lot. I couldn't have fought a second longer, and you made the monster escape just in time.
Will you please go now and leave us alone?
I'll go to the theater. Lots of luck, Laura. It was nice to see you once again. Well, good night, Maestro. Laura, listen, I must speak with you right now. And she might discover us any moment, Laura. Just a while ago, I unraveled this whole mystery.
But...
Now, you listen to me, or you could be killed.
No. Yes, the night that poor girl was killed. Tonight when that little child... But why, Dick? Tell me why.
Do you think you could play this melody?
Yes, I couldn't forget it in 10 years. I heard it continually during those long nights, because he'd play it 10 times over.
Dick, right now it's pounding in my ears.
In that case, you'll do it the way I planned it. Try to have faith in me, Laura.
Try to have faith in me, Laura.
Delicious. You know, besides Gostinis, you make an excellent cup of Joe, or cup of Larry or Bob or somebody. Did you use real ashes?
Give me a what? Give me an E. Give me
Okay. Well, thank you. It was very good either way. Very good. I'll save the rest for a little bit later. How about that film? My dear fiends, how about that film? Was I wrong or was I right? I was right, of course. I mean, it had everything, and even a little reminiscent of Mr. Rogers and Liberace. I mean, that guy was, how about that sweater vest he had? And I was halfway expecting to change his shoes every few minutes. Of course, with a neighbor like him, I don't know if you'd like to be his neighbor. Wouldn't you? Couldn't you be his neighbor? Maybe if you like to get your throat ripped open or your face sliced down the middle with those fingernails of his or talons. Oh, anyway, such an ending. You know, I do love my horror and monster movies, but the endings are just too sad, too bad. They always end the same way. The monster does not get the girl. In fact, I was thinking about the Beauty and the Beast. It reminded me of that as well, except for this time, I don't think I've ever seen the Beast go after Beauty, trying to kill her like that. It was actually my favorite part. Well, dear fiends, thank you for being here with us again and being here at Gargoyle Manor, the Monster Museum, for our Monster Movie Night. We hope that you'll come back for another episode next time. Until then, keep screaming.